in the lower bracket of the ESL 1 Birmingham close qualifiers for the Southeast Asia region. One of these teams will be going home, and one of these teams will move ahead in the tournament and maybe even qualify. Who knows? Execration being repped by none other than only a one and only Indian professional player, Krish. No
Mm-hmm.
offense, Moin, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Interesting first phase bans coming out here from both sides. Of course, Execration, the question is, do they want to leave the Timbersaw open for themselves and force out the side of the Radiant to ban it? They have that right now. Of course, they themselves chose to ban out the Kotl, which I find interesting. I feel like Kotl doesn't really deserve a first phase ban, but perhaps this is something specific for the side of Aurora that they've seen them run. And perhaps it's a homage to Armel, who is playing for Aurora. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
What? Armel is playing for Aurora?
Yeah, Aurora is the former 23 Savage team, Talon. It was him, Armel,
So
Jabs,
three
Ollie,
is
and Q.
23, and I'm
Yes.
guessing Kylian Mbappe is Aurora. I mean Armel.
No, LJ Cute is Armel. I'm not
Oh,
sure who Kylian Mbappe is.
I
I know
I
that there is
just I
Ollie
just took a
and Q.
random guess that LJ Cute would be Kes Cute.
Yeah, yes. Oh no, that rings a bell. But isn't it funny that it's all the core players with the different names, and the support players always keep their name the same? Look at that, CML Shanks. You can identify them, and so on the side of Aurora as well, Ollie and Q, same names. But it's all these core players coming up with different names. You know, you got Krish with
Yeah,
Lass, you got Bob with Bob. Is that what he's? Is that his actual nickname? I wonder.
Bob is Bob.
Bob is Bob.
Uh, I mean, the names are showing up very differently for me.
Mm-hmm.
For me, Krish
It is
is
Bob and Tino. Okay, for you, Krish is who?
Moon, which is
Yeah, that's
his.
because you saved his name as Moon. So yeah.
Ah, okay.
So whatever you save their name as is the way it shows up. But Ember Spirit and Batrider banned out here, so they left the Timbersaw open for the side of the Dire. I find that interesting, typically because you don't really leave the Timbersaw open, and now Execration taking a lot of time with their last ban here. They've lost. They've used up a lot of the reserve time. They're gonna choose to ban out the Centaur and then pick the Lina. Okay, so Timbersaw ignored here so far. We'll see if Aurora want to snatch it up, although I don't think they want to pick it into Alina.
I think this is a safe lane Lina. I gonna take a
Mm-hmm.
very wild guess. I think this is a safe lane Lina.
Safe lane Lina is pretty strong. I'm not too surprised. People have been
It's
killing Maelstrom on her and then
yeah.
picking up the Gleipnir. Seems to be a common build. There's also the BKB in case you're playing against BKBs early, but that's their answer to the Lina of sorts, just curing her out. So the Magnus going to be picked up, but I don't know if the Magnus has the easiest time against the Lina in lane. Of course, you can always max Shockwave Skewer. You can maybe even do something like a 2-2-1 or a 1-2-2 build where you prioritize that Skewer, so that enables you to get on top of the Lina, but it's still not that simple and straightforward. The supports are going to dictate a lot of how that lane goes. So Aurora, they need to make sure that they pick supports that can deal with the Lina, or at the very least aren't susceptible to him, to the Lina. Think long range supports with stuns. You know, think Rubik, think Hoodwink. Uh, not well. I guess you wouldn't call Hoodwink's Bushwhack a stun, but it is. Is it? It is a stun actually, isn't it? It is. I'm
It
not
is.
sure because we've
It's
been.
not a root.
Yeah,
It's a stun. I mean, you can't
it's like a
press
weird stun.
anything when you're bushwhacked. It just looks like. I mean, in
Yeah, it looks
terms,
like a weird stun. It's a stun that
it
relocates you,
is a
sort of.
stun. Yeah, there
Because
are some of those in Dota. RP being
yeah.
one of them.
Reverse RP,
Mm-hmm.
like the co-op of pain, like the bottom of the moon.
Yeah, a good game for Rubik actually. It is a
Oh,
good
they
game.
did pick up the Rubik. I see. I was looking at heroes in the meantime. Huh. Yeah, good game for the Rubik for sure. Because
I
you can also
I
always
just
steal
want to go
Dragon's Teeth.
back yeah, you can always steal Dragon Slave. Even the stun is good. Like literally all of Lena's spells, worth it. Like it immediately makes your game a whole lot better. And I think with both the heroes that Aurora is open with, there's the possibility of flexing both of them. I think now the Rubik game just got even better and now slightly worse, but still a great game for Rubik. The Cottle band is something that I want to talk about. I think when we do a post game interview with Moon on his own Discord, not on the stream, I think it's worth asking him if there is uh, some resurgence of Cottle in SEA pubs. I feel like there's a lot of Cottle being played and we're just not aware of it. That's the
I
only.
see.
I mean, three teams have banned it or picked it, like the past three games you've seen, and we haven't seen the other teams play on the other side of the bracket. But I think this is too much Cottle just to be a mere coincidence. This has been a slight resurgence of good old Gandalf, and yeah.
I was explaining earlier, not to toot my own horn. I apologize if that's what it sounds like, but
Bro,
I did.
explaining why a hero is good after it gets picked, it doesn't say anything about you. Okay.
No, I didn't. I didn't explain it before, but I did say that people should be prioritizing it higher, right? Because
Why?
Cotton was played high.
Yeah, but
It's
exactly
just
like
it
this,
was-
like post pick
Right.
analysis is like
Yeah, the post pick analysis.
yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean,
right.
like a post win. Oh yeah, of course Rubik was a great pick.
I did. I never said no. If I remember correctly, I called it as a mid Cottle, and I was explaining why it was good mid, and then they played it off lane, which was weird.
Yeah, I mean
But
because
it
mid
worked.
Cottle's all we've seen. Like offlane Cottle is.
Rare. It is rare.
I don't think we've seen it, and I think there's a case for it. The last time I saw offlane Cottle was when the offlane used to actually be the hard lane, and
Yeah.
I mean,
I really
the
wish it goes back to
the
that time, though. It feels like the mid laners used to be the king of those games, and nowadays the mid laner is just everyone's bitch. Hey, where's my disable? Hey, where's my torrent storm? Where's my boat?
where's my
like-
support coming to secure my 6-minute rune?
That barely ever happens. I
That
mean, I don't
happens
think
all
we
the
can-
time. Everybody comes for the 6-minute rune. I mean, that's how Gaming Gladiators won so many tournaments.
But, I mean, that's gaming gladiators, you know.
Yeah, but now everybody does it.
Yeah, but it's. I don't know. I still don't feel like mid laners are treated as well as they used to be treated back in the day. You know, people used to play around and draft around the mid laners a lot more. Now it does not feel like that's the case anymore.
You sound like a country that has an
Dota
imperialist
romanticist?
background. I mean, we colonized half the world. It used to be good back then, but now nobody cares about England. I mean, like, go fuck yourself.
I think the game used to be easier to balance back then.
No, but
Seriously.
do you know who played Cottle in the offlane?
Ice.
No.
Who was it?
Asian looking, but not Asian. Played in an NA team. Made an SEA team beat OG.
Oh, was it Demon?
Yeah. Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah. Demon used to play Pos 3.
Oh, I did not
He
know
used
that.
to buy a
I-
Quelling Blade and sit in some godforsaken part of the lane and just like stay alive
them,
and
mate.
blast creeps and get EXP. And yeah, that used to be called laning back in the day.
I see.
Back when Light of Heaven was an absolute god. I miss him.
Yeah, Dota did lose some of its really, really good players just to them getting tired and retiring.
I like this sniper ban. I mean, I saw the beginning of this entire draft, and I was like, yeah. I mean, you want Lina, of course. Like, let the opponents have sniper, and
yeah,
then
makes
l-
sense.
yeah. So, you'll have to give me a minute. I have to go open the door.
No worries, I'll carry on. Pugna pickup by Aurora is interesting because I still don't see a hero that needs all the healing and the sustain that the Pugna provides. I also don't really see any particular synergy with the Decrepify. I wonder if they've just picked him for the Nether Ward because the Nether Ward is pretty strong against the likes of the Timbersaw, the Lina, and the Buck, and the Lion. In fact, it's good against all of them, but I feel like you need to use the other parts of his kit a little bit more. Otherwise, it's going to be easy for Execration to sort of play around the Pugna. I mean, it's it's definitely not going to be easy for them to. It's not going to be easy for them to avoid the Pugna and then just say, okay, guys, Pugna put down his nether ward. Let's just not engage over here. Because, again, a support having that kind of power is, to be honest, really something that you would want in a team. If you placing down a ward or a unit means that four other heroes in the game just feel like not staying there, then that you definitely want that. But I don't know. I feel like it doesn't fit in with the rest of their draft, and it does enough for it to be justified. We'll see if that is the case. Very little reserve time remaining here for Execration. They need to make a decision, and they will go for the Marcy. Now, I have seen the Marcy played in various roles before. I have to assume, however, that this is a post 5 Marcy that's going to be played with the Lina. I don't know how it fares against the Pugna Magnus lane, though. I feel like the Pugna Magnus lane is slightly stronger. Or even the Pugna Rubik lane is not half bad against Marcy. Marcy is not the strongest hero against
Why
him.
would Pugna and Rubik lane together?
Sorry, Pugna Magnus. Didn't I say
okay.
Pugna Magnus?
And then he said even the Pugna Rubik lane is.
Oh, I apologize. I meant the Rubik Magnus lane is also not that. I mean, it's not that weak against the Marcy.
I think the thing about Marcy is like she's not going to constantly have any impact in the lane, but once she hits level 2 or just the. It's kind of like you need to make that one right move in the lane and you're guaranteed a kill. Kind of. In this
Yeah.
matchup. So I'm guessing it's Ollie is pos 5, right? I think so.
It is, yeah. Ollie is the pos 5 and Q is the pos 4.
Okay. So aren't both of them Malaysian?
I
Isn't Q
think
from Malaysia?
I think they're Thai, actually, if I'm not wrong. Although let me just. Oh
I
no,
know-
Q is Thai and Ollie is Malaysian. Right,
Okay.
sorry.
I thought Q was also Malaysian.
No, Savage, Jabs, and Q are Thai. Ollie is
Oh,
Malaysian.
Jabs.
And Filipino.
Damn, we get
is
to
our
cast
man.
jabs. I think we might as well like stop the stream. This is not gonna happen. Execration are going home. I forgot.
Yeah.
Jabs is in this team. I didn't
Yeah,
know. I'm not heard of this org. So like, I mean, I've heard of them, but like, I didn't know what their roster is. So, yeah. Might as well call it an early evening.
I don't know. I mean, I just hope that Execration don't repeat the mistakes that they made in the previous series. I felt like they were farming way too much on their post 3. It just felt like they didn't get active enough.
I'll tell you
Hopefully
what.
this time around.
I'll
it
tell
should
you
be
what.
different.
The Apostle Tempest I don't think he's going to be active again, despite him getting off to a good start in the previous game. But the supports need to play much better as a unit. I think that is really missing. I mean, Tino's going to do Tino things. His playstyle isn't going to change that much, in my opinion. But
Shanks has been on the money for Execration. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Shanks has been playing really well, but I don't know if I can say the same about CML. CML has been a little off in his game. The Chen game, it seemed a little weird. He seemed lost. He didn't know if he wanted to help Krish with the lane or if he wanted to just go jungle and find his items, but it did seem like he was a little lost. So I hope this time around it's different. Oh, they spot that ward. They should know that CML is not alone, and Mel and Jabs should be respecting the move and backing off here. And okay, well, looks like there is gonna be the disposed Shockwave picked up at level 1. Nice 3-man Nether Blast coming through. Mel hit connecting as well onto CML. CML dropping. Ollie finds the first blood. And it looks like this level 1 team fight is going to be won out by Aurora. And their multitude of AoE spells, but a huge 4-man whirling death. Can the Timbersaw find another one to secure a kill? No, he cannot. Q secures it with the Fate Bolt. Oh, it's a massacre in the triangle. Ollie has gotten himself a triple kill before the Horn. And it's a 1k net worth lead. The only survivor for Aurora being their carry, Krish Moon Gupta. 9th charges on his wand. He's queued up the tangos. And well, looks like this is gonna be an interesting game. I can't tell you who's not gonna have a fun time though. It is gonna be the bottom lane. I don't think Tino and Shanks are gonna be too particularly pleased about that.
Uh huh. I missed the beginning of that fight because I was busy setting up my something. But I mean, you just look at Execration's lineup at L1. Aren't they kind of better? What
Uh,
what
I
went
do
wrong?
think so. Yeah,
I
they
mean,
just
they
sort of.
have 1, 2 stuns, 2 nukes to dispose.
It is. It is. Their lineup is better. The issue was that they didn't really
S-
have vision of all the other heroes. They fought under a ward, basically.
Yeah. So yeah,
So
exactly. That's what I'm guessing. Like their positioning was really off. Like that. That's the only thing that really explains it.
yeah, because they placed a ward where Aurora already planted a ward. If you notice, Aurora has also planted a ward where you see Execration's ward, which is near the secret shop. So there are two wards there. Later on, of course, one of them is going to be dewarded, which is going to be Execration's ward. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's why Execration lost that fight. But nonetheless, this is a really good start here for the side of Aurora. So I assume that's really going to impact the way their lanes go. In fact, I think bottom lanes should be a breeze. That Pugna should be harassing the crap out of Shanks and Tino. And I mean, in fact, if you look at the HP mid lane, the Pug, what the hell's happening? Jeez, he dropped to like 1 HP there, courtesy of the side blades. Armel has just been doing a number on Bob. And this is one of those classically harder matchups. It's the Puck versus the TA. You can't really break refraction that easy against TA. You sort of have to stand there and hit her with your shitty auto attack while the TA closes the distance and slaps you with a meld. So, yeah, I mean, it was a hard matchup, and then it got worse courtesy of all the experience and the assist goal that Armel managed to get from that little fight in the triangle. I don't know why people still call it the triangle. To be honest, it's not a triangle anymore. I don't know what to call that area though.
Uh, uh, because it's not a triangle of camps.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, I guess the outpost?
long after it stopped being a triangle, people still called it a triangle.
Yeah, I think you should just call it the outpost now. I feel like we're way past the point of still calling it triangle. CML getting skewered back. Perfectly played, but it's gonna be a rebound to get CML back to safety. Will the right clicks be enough? Nope. Stun comes through from Krish. That is gonna save the Marcy's life. Q did have a Fate Bolt coming up and did have boots, but decided not to chase. Would have been a bit too risky.
I'm gonna disappoint our viewers. I cannot run this stream. I really
Oh,
cannot.
is your PC
I
getting
really
destroyed?
cannot. I cannot.
Okay.
It is framing a lot. So,
Well,
I'm not using my machine. My machine is spoiled. I'm using another machine, so I can't really run the stream. I
no worries.
I've been
apologies,
trying to
folks.
troubleshoot it,
Mm-hmm.
but despite switching off everything, there's nothing I can do.
What happened to your PC? Is it like
My main PC. One second. Let me just